Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Cartoon Soup podcast. Today, Mel is going to be talking about her childhood crushes. Lesbian ranks her childhood crushes. Let's go, Mel.
Cartoon crushes, to be specific.
Okay, fine. Cartoon crushes.
All right, so before we start, I ask that our audience, whoever they may be, please do not psychoanalyze me based off of which cartoon characters I drooled over as a child. Um, they're not crazy crushes, but I beg you to not look too deep into them. Next, I divided them into which media monopoly they belong to because I felt like it. And then finally, these are just my cartoon crushes. I am in. What are you doing? Were you looking at them? Don't look at them.
Who's the third one?
Just I'll. I will get to it.
Okay, fine.
Finally, these are just my cartoon crushes. I am in the future going to rank my like IRL fictional character crushes. Okay, so the first one is of course Shigo from Kim Possible. Um, she was mean. She had that alternative look to her. She would have like pretty intense fight scenes with Kim that I was so enamored with as a child. I vividly remember getting very excited when they'd fight. I really wanted her to kiss Kim. Now I didn't know their canonical ages. I'm pretty sure that is much older than Kim. Um, but
Problematic.
as a kid, you don't know those things. Um,
I'm joking.
but here's the thing. There was one episode where Shigo like got amnesia and she like became friends with Kim and she'd go to school with Kim. So it was just sort of under the assumption that like they were the same age, which would also make her relationship with it would make Shigo's relationship with that other guy problematic because he's they're the same age but like they're older. So like their dynamic would have also been weird. But anyway, as a kid, I was only focusing on the kind of gay stuff. What do you think I would rank her?
A B.
Wrong. She gets S.
Oh my god. I was not expecting that. Okay, I need to think like Mel. I need to think like Mel.
I should say I didn't put an F tier because none of my crushes are F.
Yeah, Mel has good taste only, unlike some of y'all.
You don't even. There's like 5 people who listen to us and you dissed all of them. Okay, next we have Elastigirl, Marco. What? Okay, so you gave me. Why were you? You sounded shocked when you saw her.
I just wasn't expecting her. Like, I don't know. She just I guess I know you for like liking butches and like she does not give me butch vibes, you know? But I get that like you had different tastes when you were a child.
Yes, and by different taste I mean I didn't know butches existed. So yes, okay. So she was my first feminist icon. To quote her, "Settle down. Are you kidding? I'm at the top of my game. I'm right up there with the big dogs. Girls, come on. Leave the saving of the world to the men." I don't think so. That is feminism and that is lesbianism. Okay, so that was like one of like the first scenes we get in the Incredibles movie. And then she ends up marrying a man named Bob. As a child, I was like confused and heartbroken a little bit. And I really do think that that scene like sowed the seed of resentment I have for men into my heart.
Play Good Luck Babe by Chaperone.
Okay, wait. Okay, no, wait a minute. Well, okay, where do you think I would rank her?
Hey,
You are correct. I would rank her an A. And also, I want to give some honorable mentions to Evelyn in Incredibles 2. If that came out when I was a kid, I would so badly want her and Elastigirl to kiss aggressively. I still think that they should have. I genuinely do think that she should have cheated on Bob with Evelyn. It would have been so epic. And then also an honorable mention to Karen from Incredibles 2. She had a very, you know what? Okay, so you know how in the Incredibles movies, the body shapes of people are like very dramatic based off their gender. Um, have you seen Incredibles 2?
I have not seen it, but I understand what you mean, like all superhero stories.
Yeah. So Karen, she's a girl, but she had more of like a pretty like gender neutral body build, and that I love that very much. And if I were a kid and I watched Incredibles 2, I would have felt some sort of way about her. Okay, Next, Marco, I know it's your favorite character ever and you totally know who she is. Uh, Cappy Cappadorcas from Robots. Did you watch Robots? Have you ever watched Robots?
I do not wanna be reminded of that movie. Oh my god.
Why?
I don't know, I just had bad vibes with it, at least from my memory.
What?
Yeah.
I remember good vibes only.
Maybe it's tainted by YouTube because I did remember watching a video essay on it, and now, like, now when I think of it, I only think of that video essay and not the actual movie, since I haven't watched it in so long.
You are never supposed to watch video essays about shows and movies that you watched as a kid.
You're so right, but I didn't know that at the time.
Well, here we have Cappy Cappadorcas. Really, it was something about her. I love that I wrote this. It was something about her sleek design that really intrigued me as a kid, and it broke my heart when she married Rodney, which is the main character. I really wanted her to kiss Piper Pinwheel, which I think is the younger sister of one of the other characters. Once again, ages, they weren't really a concrete concept in my brain when I was a kid. I just saw two people that I liked, and I was like, oh, they should kiss. Also, she was voiced by Halle Berry, so. Oh, and speaking of voice actors, I just want to say, nothing to do with this, but I just want to say the voice cast for the film, the animated film Robots, was for some reason stacked. So they had Halle Berry, they had Ewan McGregor, Marco, they had Robin Williams, Amanda Bynes, Jennifer Coolidge, and Natasha Lyonne.
Ewan McGregor is the Obi-Wan Kenobi guy, right?
It
The silent.
it hurts me so much that you don't know that. Like,
I remembered, but, like, I wasn't 100% sure.
I'm a little okay. Marco, what would you think I would rank her?
Well, I did search her up. I like her little circular cheeks. I have no clue, so I'm just gonna say B.
It's C. Nice try.
Ooh.
Okay, you're 1 for 3. I am keeping score. Okay, next, another robot? Wally? Maybe the most controversial on this list. Okay, so Wally and Eva.
Mal's canonically a heterosexual, yeah.
No,
Mal's
so
canonically a
actually that's
heterosexual
not true
now.
because Wally and Eva are canonically girls and they canonically love each other.
Wait, canonically?
In my canon, yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Headcanon canonically.
Yes, yes. So as a kid, I didn't understand why I wanted Wally to be a girl, but I did whenever. Okay, here's what I did when I was a kid. Whenever someone was like used he him pronouns to talk about Wally, I was like, it's a robot. It doesn't have pronouns. You can't call it a he. I would get so angry. I don't know. For some reason, it angered me. The concept of a boy robot and a girl robot being together. And as an adult, I can comfortably say that if Wall-E was a human, they would be a trans mask butch lesbian. Heart emoji. So, what would you think I would rank Wall-E? Now that we know that Wall-E is a butch lesbian.
I'm gonna say an A.
You know what? So close. It's an S.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because she's a butch lesbian.
Because she's a butch lesbian. Because canonically, head canonically in my brain, she is butch lesbian. So that was all of my Disney Pixar picks. Next we're on to Viacom, aka Nickelodeon. I realized not a lot of characters that I liked in this group. I think mostly because I didn't really watch a lot of Nickelodeon cartoons, but also a lot of them didn't really have attractive characters in it. Okay, so next we have our third robot, XJ9, aka Jenny from My Life as a Teenage Robot. So she was one of the building blocks for my underanalyzed attraction to robots, and we're gonna leave it at that.
I want to get into it, though.
We have so much time to do that at a different time.
Okay, fine.
What can you even say about it? What can you even say about it? There's nothing to say about it. Exactly, nothing to say. So anyway, I also just like on a really raw level connected with the character and how she so badly wanted to fit in with her fellow peers. As a kid who felt like an outsider, I really vibed with that. Margot, where do you think I ranked her?
B. I keep saying B.
And you'd be right.
Oh my god. That's 2 that gone right.
2 to 5. You're still failing.
I know.
Okay.
But hey, how can I understand the ways of a woman as a man?
I feel like you should understand the ways of me.
I think that's a bit harder, actually.
I think I'm a very simple woman. As you can
I
see from
just
my
I
list, very simple.
Yes, very simple. I would describe 3 robots as very simple. Um, and nothing else.
There's such an obvious pattern though. And you know what? We can get to that at the end. Um,
Okay. I haven't seen the pattern yet, but
I stand with the concept that I'm very simple,
hmm.
and you should
Okay.
understand me. Okay.
You know what? I'm just bad at getting people, so we'll stick with that. That'll be my excuse.
Yeah, that's a valid excuse because, and we'll leave it at that.
What does that mean?
No, I just think that you. Well, okay. So for example, remember when you were reading that book and you were like, "Should I DNF this? This is giving me weird vibes." And I would pointed out two very prominent things, and you were like, "You know what? I didn't think about that." That's what I think of.
So you're saying I don't come up with the obvious things.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you're kind of right.
I mean, you get vibes though. You get vibes, but
Basically, okay, to explain, I was reading this book where there was this like age gap between two characters. One was 25 and one was 35. And Mel pointed out that the way that it was written was to accentuate the age gapness of the relationship. And also that they were actually dating when they were even younger. And it just made it really weird, and I decided to turn off the book because age gaps are weird. But like I had to ask Mel because I'm like, am I being weird? Like am I misunderstanding this? And I was like, "No, I think it's worse than you think." And she was right.
yes, but you got the vibe. So, strengths and weaknesses.
Okay, okay.
But anyway, uh next up, Sam. I don't think you're surprised by this, right? Okay. So Sam from Danny Phantom, she was goth and mean. Also, I really wanted her to kiss Danny's sister. I don't know why. I just really wanted them to kiss. Where do you think I ranked her, Marco?
I'm stuck between A and S.
Okay, you have to choose.
I'm gonna say S.
Okay, that's interesting. So I did C.
You did C?
I did C. I did
Oh
C.
my god, I thought this would be like a really exciting one for you.
No, not really. I
Huh.
which I, no, and I understand.
Oh, she's mean.
I
She's mean.
Yeah, which is why I understand why you would think that she'd be ranked higher. But I really had to think about it, and
Huh.
I didn't have my feelings weren't as heightened as
Hmm.
I as they were for other characters.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. I'm wrong.
You've gotten two right so far. 2 out of 6. You crunch the numbers.
That's 33%.
Yeah, that's
Is that an F? I think that's an F.
that is so aggressively enough.
Okay. Just keep going and maybe I'll get my grade up by then.
Okay, just so you know, anything below a 60 is an F. And depending on what class you're in, a D is passing. Okay, next is Warner, the Warner company. Next we have Kikyo from Inuyasha. Technically, it's a Viz property, but I watched Inuyasha on Toonami, which is a block on Adult Swim, which is owned by Warner. So that's my thought process here. Okay. God, she was so mean and so bitter and so resentful. I loved her so much. And that's all I have for her. That's all I wrote for her. So, what do you think I ranked her?
Okay, so I don't know the full context for this because Mel and I started watching Inuyasha, but we never kept up with it. So from what I remember, she trapped Inuyasha for like thousands of years.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay. And I don't remember her being angry though. I remember her kind of being a bit mean, but like Inuyasha deserved it. You know what? I'm gonna say S because you wanted him to be because you want her to be mean to Inuyasha.
You were so close. I ranked her A.
Ah,
Yeah.
dang it.
So
I could see I could tell it was I could tell it was gonna be a high one.
Yes, yes. And actually, God, I loved her so much as a kid. And then I dipped my toe into the fandom as an adult, which I shouldn't have done. I need to stay away from fandoms, like fandom groups, because I always have an unpopular opinion and I always feel like my opinions are correct. Whenever I see a different opinion, I do get a little angry. But I was very surprised to hear that a lot of people don't like Kikyo. And I don't want to sound pretentious. Like I just said that I get upset when I hear people have different opinions than me, but I genuinely think that like some people aren't using their critical thinking skills because I feel like her character in general, like how she acts completely makes sense for like what she becomes and what has happened to her. But all these fucking people see is like, oh, she's Inuyasha's ex, and we love Kagome, and Kagome's with Inuyasha, and Kikyo's making things so difficult for Inuyasha. And it's like, you understand nothing.
Wait, have they canonically dated?
I don't think they were technically like together, but they had feelings for each other.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Drama. That must have made things so much more complicated.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? So we need to continue watching Inuyasha because it gets so much juicier.
Okay, we have to.
Okay, I was considering putting up. You remember the first, like, I guess technically, like the second, like, bad guy we see in Inuyasha? It's that girl who like controls the hair, and she's like, "Oh me, oh my."
She was so, you know.
I considered putting her on here, but like, she's not really in the show in general.
I mean, she like dies really quickly.
Yeah, but I was also a little bit infatuated with her as a kid.
You can totally see it.
So I guess she would be considered also a runner-up. Okay, next, obviously some Total Drama Island characters. We have Eva, Courtney, and Gwen. So Eva, listen, she wasn't in the show for a lot, but I still liked her. And you know what? Actually, I'm gonna ask you right now where you think I would rank these characters.
All of them?
Yeah, each of them separately.
Okay. So here's the thing. I'm thinking of Gwen and Courtney immediately. I'm gonna ask, did you watch like the two next seasons where they show up again?
I did, but I remember nothing from him.
Okay. Well, basically, okay, this is a whole lot, but basically, Duncan, the guy that Courtney is dating, Courtney gets cheated on with Gwen. Um, and then Gwen and Courtney have this like enemies situation, and like during the entire time I was like, oh my god, they're gonna become friends again, and they did, but they never became like girlfriends. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, like it was just a straight. It was just a thing that I had to see come into fruition, and it never did. But I kind of get it because she did cheat on you. But anyways, uh, they wrote those characters poorly in the last two seasons.
I have did Gwen know of the cheating? Was she a willing participant?
He was a willing participant.
No. You should have kept that information to yourself.
Does that ruin Gwen for you?
A little bit. You know I don't like cheaters. You know what?
Yeah.
No, no, no. This ranking exists in the context of season 1 of Total Trauma Island.
Okay. 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 Just because I was just thinking because they really did Gwen and Courtney dirty in the later two seasons, and I was like, is this a situation where you were like hoping to rewrite it or something? But since it's only the first season, I'm thinking because I'm like, okay, Courtney, I'm gonna say she's mean. She's really mean, and she gets meaner in the later seasons. But my thing is, she doesn't seem like your type at all. Um, so I'm struggling with that. I'm gonna give her a B. Eva, I'm gonna give an A, and Gwen, I think I'm gonna give an A. Because she's goth.
Okay, so
Or Gwen, I'm gonna give it. Yeah, Gwen, I'm gonna give an A. Actually.
okay. So Eva, she gets C.
Oh wow.
Courtney, she gets S. When she gets S. Now. Now let me do some explaining. So Eva, as I said, she doesn't get a lot of screen time. But from the screen time she got, it was enough for me to like form a pretty strong crush on her. It is sort of because she was a little bit mean, but I also feel like because she wasn't there that much, there was like this like a little bit of like mysteriousness that came from her.
You were starving for content.
Yes, yes. And then Gwen and Courtney. So Courtney, you're right. She was mean and she was bossy and she was rude. And I like that. And
Hmm.
then Gwen, she is goth, so she had like that outsider look to her. And I just really so badly wanted them to kiss. And when I tell you, if I knew what fan fiction was at that time in my life, I would have never been able to put down my iPod, because I would just be reading about them.
Oh my god, I literally had the thought that I should put Gwen in S, and then I just was like, "No, A." Um, so I kinda regret that.
I was surprised he didn't put her in S.
I was thinking about it, but then I was like, I don't but then I was like, "But she's not that mean." But then I should have thought about, but you want them to get together. I should have thought about that.
So badly, so badly. The whole first season. And when did Total Drama Island come out, Marco? Cartoon Network in 2008. So
Mm.
when it first came out,
We would have been 7.
yeah. And then I also watched it like, yeah, I would rewatch it like a couple years later, but I still probably wouldn't have understood the concept of homosexuals. But the whole time I was watching the show, in my brain I was just thinking, why are they with boys? Why won't they have like a friendship together, a really strong friendship together that doesn't center boys? Why can't they just hug more? So the way I yearned for these two characters to be together, in a way that I didn't fully understand at that time in my life, I think is a canon event for a lot of young homos. To like just have those two characters where you're like, I want them to be together, but like you're not sure exactly in what way and for why. So next we have Nikki Wong from 16, from the same creators who brought us Total Drama Island. Did you watch 16, Marco?
I did. I have not rewatched it since I was a child, but I have rewatched Total Drama. All I remember about 16 was there was this zombie-related episode where like the episode ends with them being like eaten by zombies or something. That episode really stuck to me, but I don't remember that much else.
I have zero memory of that episode. But also, I feel like, sort of in general, the show is sort of forgettable. But what do you think I would rank her? Oh, you know what? I'll say this. Okay. She had the look that I was into, but not the attitude. I remember her actually being like a very nice and chill character in general.
Yeah, I remember her kind of being judgy of like the preppy characters though,
Oh, yeah. But like in
but
general,
that didn't
I still feel like she was pretty
like
nice.
in general. Okay. Okay, I just found the episode where the zombie happens. It's called Dude of the Living Dead. There are 12. Okay, never mind. I thought it said 12 seasons. It's at 27th episode, I think. Okay, okay. Anyways, I thought there was 12 seasons for a second and I got scared. Um what am I going to give her?
That is a nightmare.
Mhm. I've been so bad at this and I don't, I'm starting to have doubts. Um I think I'm going to give her a B because she wasn't what you were looking for, but you did like her style.
Okay. So I ranked her D.
Really?
Yeah, as a okay, I liked her look, but once again, the show in general was sort of forgettable. So like, it was like a fleeting crush, but it was still there. She was my I think she was my favorite character in the show.
Well, obviously.
All right, so next we have Gwen Tennyson from Ben 10, the original Ben 10 cartoon. I know that they rebooted it again, and there's also a couple like shows where they're older. This is the original Ben 10. I remember loving how mean she was to her brother. I found that really endearing. I also remember her just like wanting to see her more often. Like the show was obviously centered around Benjamin Tennyson and his Marco, did you look up pictures of Gwen?
I couldn't tell what the picture was in your thing, so I looked her up. Um, anyways, not searching up anyone again, for the rest of my life.
Marco,
Um,
I've already told you this. You cannot look up pictures of fictional female characters.
why are men so gross? Oh my god.
It doesn't matter if you have safe search on, you will see things you wish you wouldn't see.
I really pulled a dumb one there, didn't I?
A little bit. You should have just like clicked on the wiki link or something.
You're so right. I'm gonna do that instead right now.
Yeah, but like so the show obviously centered around a kid and his alien device. Um, but I always remember being like, so what's Gwen doing? Like how can we integrate her into this episode? But what do you think I would rank her, Marco? Ew,
I
sorry.
just
I just realized I'm ranking women. Gross.
Anyways, I just found a photo where she's looking really cunty. Oh my god, slay. Oh my god, slay. Oh, that one's not so much of it. Are you talking about the one where she looks like younger?
Original season of original Ben 10.
I'm gonna give her a C just because even though no, well, actually, a C because even though she is like mean, I'll get that vibe from her, you know?
Marco, you are
Yeah.
correct.
Oh my
You
god.
are correct.
Oh my god.
That's three you've gotten right?
3, yeah.
Wow,
I can't believe I got that one right.
good job. Okay. Next we have Frankie Foster from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I just thought she was really cool. It was in the same vein as like having a crush on like your friend's older sibling. That was sort of the thing that was going on because I could recognize that she was older, but I still had an attraction to her. Okay. What do you think I ranked her?
She was also kinda mean.
She okay, but she wasn't as mean as she could have been.
Yeah.
She was like teen mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember this one episode where the main character tried to get with her, which was really weird. Um,
Wait, I kind of remember that. Yeah.
but it was never a serious situation, let me make that clear. God, I think I'm gonna it's either a B or a C. That's my guess, and I'm gonna have to go with the C again.
Okay. So I ranked her D.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
not your vibe.
Yeah, not so much. Not so much. So, the next one is Velma. Specifically, every version of Velma. This crush was a constant crush in my childhood. She was always my favorite member of the Scooby-Doo gang, no matter what iteration they were in, and I so badly wanted her to kiss every version of Daphne.
Was Daphne too girly pop for you?
She was too girly pop for me.
Hmm, that makes sense. That's what my immediate thought was.
Yeah, I didn't have a crush
Okay.
on her, but I had a crush on Velma.
I'm gonna say Velma is a A. No, I'm gonna say Velma is a B.
And you'd
Yeah,
be
B.
correct. She's a bit.
Slay.
Yeah, she's just like she's kind of like a reliable car where it's like it's not like your first choice, but if you want something that'll like get you from from A to B, it's there. I don't mean that in a sexual way. I feel like
I know you don't.
I feel like some people could interpret that in a sexual way. Not what I meant. I just mean that that crush has always been in the back of my mind. Marco, stop laughing. You're making it
I'm
weird.
sorry with the way you worded it.
I was trying to find an analogy. That was the first one that popped into my head. First one, not the best one. Okay. I don't think this one at all is a surprise to you, Marco. We have Raven and Starfire from Teen Titans. Grumpy Sunshine dynamic, anyone? I just really loved how they like contrasted each other so much. I think this was my first exposure to witnessing a fictional girl friendship and being like, so when are they gonna kiss? I so badly remember them remember me being like, I wish Robin was dead and I wish these two girls would just be best friends together. What do you think I ranked them?
Obviously, Raven is an S. I'm not sure about Starfire. I'm gonna say Starfire's a name.
And you are right for both.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm getting better at this.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I don't think I have anything else to say about those two. I will say I will give an honorary mention to Blackfire, which was Starfire's like evil sister, aka the mean version of Starfire. I really love the episode where she pretended to be Starfire and like, well, she sort of took over Starfire's life and like stole all her friends and stuff. I thought that episode was really cool. And last, we have Garnet from Steven Universe. Genuinely, I would listen to Stronger Than You and cry. Also, I think this was my first exposure to like a butch femme dynamic with Ruby and Sapphire, and my life has never been the same since. Also, I just think generally she's like the best character.
She's the only character that is not going through shit, I guess is what I'll say.
And the only shit that she goes through is just like relationship issues.
Well, she does go through one thing in like the later seasons after a certain reveal happens, but anyways, yeah, like she's just a very level-headed character and we love her for that. She's not the girl who's still in love with her dead friend, Pearl. She's not the girl who shapeshifts as Rose Quartz, Greg's dead wife, and pretends to be her. She's just normal, you know?
Yeah, she's and oh my god, I actually think she was also my first exposure to like a fairly normal and healthy relationship. Oh,
I'm gonna say what?
that was just a little cringe for me to say.
It's either an A or an S. That's the vibe it's giving me. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say A. I think I'm gonna regret saying A, but I'm gonna say A.
You should regret saying A because she's S.
Oh my god.
You idiot.
I definitely had a feeling, and I was like, I just had so much doubt. I was like, it's probably S, but I'm like, no. Is it A though? So close.
So close. And you know what? You did okay. And now
Yeah.
you have a better look into my psyche. So for when we do the live action version, I think it mostly transfers. Oh, also the pattern that you may be seeing here. Obviously, mean, mean women. But also,
Goth or like emo?
yes, like visually, we got the goth slash alt look, and then also robot and
Ginger?
Ginger, um,
How did I not
Elastigirl,
notice that?
Starfire,
Oh my
Daphne,
god.
uh, Gwen, Frankie. Yeah, but we don't need to talk about that.
Mal definitely feels some shame around that, but you didn't hear that from me. You did not hear that from me.
Gonna be honest, a little bit more ashamed of that than being attracted to robots.
That makes sense. I think it really does, actually.
Okay, so I think we're done.
Okay, anyways, you guys, that smells childhood crushes, dark cartoon characters.
And rank them in the comments, guys. Get down in the comments, re-rank my rankings, and then if you have any other childhood crushes, let us know.
Yeah, yeah. Let us know, please. We're curious. We want psychoanalyze you and stuff, Mal, this time.
But
Um,
I want to point out, if you're gonna psychoanalyze me, let it be known, no animals. Look at that. No animals.
true,
No
true.
animals.
Anyways, that's everything for now. Goodbye. Why did I do this? I always do this in like my booktube videos, and I don't like that.
Well, no, it's here now.